My name is Lynn Johnson, and I am the co-founder and CEO of Spotlight Girls. Spotlight Girls is a multimedia platform and summer camp where we inspire, activate, and educate girls to take center stage. 11 years ago, my wife and co-founder and I, Allison Kenny, we started doing summer camps for kids, girls and boys actually, where we used theater and other art forms to teach social emotional skills. And in 2008, one of our summer camps, only girls signed up for it. And we were like, okay, let's go with this. And we decided to make the theme that summer all about exploring the magic and power of being a girl. And it wound up being our just most successful program by far. It was the most lucrative, it was the closest and dearest to our hearts. So we became Spotlight Girls.
Everybody say Lynn! Lynn! Everybody say Heaven's Other Mom! Heaven's Other Mom! Everyone, on the count of three, say Go Girls! 1, 2, 3, Go Girls!
We have two different camps. We have our younger girls camp where the girls are creating original plays, and then we have a camp called Go Girls Productions, which is for 5th and 6th graders, and that the girls are creating original films. They're learning about media literacy and learning about kind of how they can take up space in a media sense. As we know that women are highly underrepresented in media and entertainment industry, especially behind the camera. It's really important to empower girls to feel the freedom and the creativity to tell their stories in the world. As an organization that we employ so many amazing, talented artists and teaching artists, I feel like it's important for us to also create media that puts girls in the spotlight, puts girls in the center, and is telling stories that aren't told. We have 3 different locations in Oakland, 2 in Oakland and 1 in Berkeley, California. Summertime is our main bread and butter. It's where most of our revenue comes from. But we are also moving into the after-school program space. The after-school clubs will allow girls to really get the chance to practice some of our social emotional skills, bring them back into their real lives, come back the next week, talk about how they work with it. We also do a winter break camp during the kind of Christmas time holiday, and then we're looking at other different programming as well. One thing I also want to say is that just recently we were at the Blog Her conference, which is the largest convening of women content creators in the country. They have a contest there called the Pitch, and it's all about empowering women entrepreneurs, and women entrepreneurs compete by pitching their company in front of all of these people at the conference. And I won that pitch competition. First of all, I got a $50,000 marketing and PR package from She Knows Media, and I was able to talk about what we're doing to content creators and entrepreneurs all over the country. So through that, there's been a lot of people who are kind of reaching out and wondering how they can be involved. So that's another area that we're accessing. We are working to franchise our summer camps throughout the country. And so then the plan is to be able to outreach to other creative women entrepreneurs who have declared themselves girl advocates and want to find ways to support girls in their community, at the same time make some money. So as we get the forms and all the kind of legal stuff out of the way, we're also now simultaneously working on the marketing plan to get connected to other women throughout the country. We've always prided ourselves on our strong company culture, so that's great. We have a good starting point. Now it's like how to create the systems that bring that culture to life and that allow for better communication. We're kind of a virtual company. We don't really have like one office where everyone comes every day. So it's been really challenging to figure out, okay, like how do we make it so that this person that's been doing 800 jobs, right? Like, and it's the kind of startup mode, is doing, the job that really is suited to her, and how does she communicate with the other person over here, and how do we kind of, create those systems, those structures. So that's been, I kind of love that stuff, but it's been very challenging. We're still in the thick of that. The other challenge really is just on revenue generation. We've set some big goals that have been a little bit too big, and we haven't quite made those goals. And our camp numbers are really great this year, but it's not quite enough to get where we need to go. And we are building in different directions with summer camp, the franchising, the other programs, and the media. And so it's like trying to figure out how, like, the best revenue streams for those areas and the best way to, like, bring the money in fast. We are having an event coming up right away on July 21st, and it is to celebrate all the amazing things that have happened in our business over the last year. Come and see what this is about, because you don't quite know about what we're doing here until you come and see these beautiful, amazing girls. And I know some people don't like their investors too far into their business, and I'm not saying come on and pull up a chair next to my desk, but it's been really helpful. I have engaged a lot of my investors actually in conversations. That's kind of how I think and how I process ideas. So if anyone wants to have a conversation with me, definitely reach out to me and we can talk about, I'd love to get your input. When I won the pitch competition at BlogHer, the three other entrepreneurs who I beat were all apps and tech-based companies, and I was so surprised and elated that this business that's all about, like, people-to-people connection, and like, we have multimedia, but we're not really a tech company, right, at all. We're a people-based company, and sometimes it feels like tech companies get all of the attention, get all of the investment. And so I felt so, I just felt reinforced in what we're doing by winning this competition. And I feel that way by the people who invest in us. I feel like all of the folks who are investing in our business believe, like we do, that yes, I love technology, I love apps and all that kind of stuff, and I love that stuff to make our lives better, but we know that what makes our lives better are the human connection. For those of you who invested, you see that, and I so appreciate that. And we're actually we're about to enter a new investment round, and so there are people who I just want to continue to connect to people who want to invest their money in this kind of thing.